Solve an equation with rational coefficients and rational numbers in general. And one of the things that I notice when I look at this question here, 2/3 x minus 3/4 equals 5/8 x plus 1/6, is that it's going to end up being a multi-step equation because I have a variable on the left-hand side and a variable on the right-hand side. So I'm going to have to take care of that in a minute. But the first thing I notice is I have these fractions which look awful. However, if you really think about what we're doing here, I have a 3, a 4, an 8, and a 6. And I know that all four of those numbers goes evenly into 24. So, if I multiply both sides by 24, what will happen is I'm basically multiplying the left-hand side by 24, 24 times the left-hand side, and I'm going to multiply 24 times the right-hand side, which, remember, should keep everything equal. Now let's see if I can go back a bunch of times and get rid of all this stuff that I just did. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply each term by 24. 24, 24, 24, and 24. And when I do that, something awesome happens. I know that 3 goes into 24 8 times. I know that 4 goes into 24 6 times. I know 8 goes into 24 3 times. And I know that 6 goes into 24 4 times. And now I'm going to multiply. 8 times 2x gives me 16x. Minus, you have to keep your sign. 16x minus 6 times 3 is now 18. 3 times 5x is now 15x. And 4 times 1 is plus 4. Now what we have is a basic multi-step equation. I'm going to move my smaller variable term to the other side by subtracting or adding the opposite. So this gives me 1x minus 18 is equal to 4. I'm going to add 18 to both sides. And when I do that, I'm left with x equals 22. Now, that's great, assuming that all your numbers are decimals. Fractions. Now, this one, I actually have two options. The first option is I could just multiply. I can take a look at my two fractions and notice that I have a 5 and a 10. So I'm going to multiply everything by 10.
Dad, what are you doing?
I'm making a video. And, I'll do this. 5 goes into 10 twice. So I get 2 times negative 3x, which is negative 6x. 10 times 1.2 is 12. Equal to, 10 goes into 10 once. So I get 1 times negative 4x, which is negative 4x. And then 10 times the negative 2.5 is going to be a negative 25. And from here, like I said, I'm going to add the opposite of my smallest value of the variable term. We get 12 equals 2x minus 25. I'm sorry for all the noise. People in my house don't know how to be quiet, apparently. I'm going to add 25 to both sides. And you get 37 equals 2x. Divide by 2. And I get 18.5 is equal to x. Now, I'm going to do this one other way. Same question. I wonder if I could just erase it. No, I can't. I'm going to do the same question. Negative 3 over 5x plus 1.2 equals negative 4/10 x minus 2.5. And you might actually like this way a little bit better. Negative 3 over 5x plus, I'm going to change 1.2 into a decimal, which would become 12/10 is equal to negative 4/10 minus 25 tenths. And now you can see when I multiply everything by 10 to get rid of my denominators, take a look what happens. 5 goes into 10 twice. Now I'm left with negative 6x. 10 times, that's not right. 10 goes into 10 once. So 1 times 12 is plus 12 is equal to 10 goes into 10 once. 1 times the negative 4 is negative 4. 10 goes into 10 once. 1 times the negative 25 is negative 25. And I lost an x along the way. There's supposed to be an x there, so there's supposed to be an x here. And now you can see we are at the same spot as before. So that's it. Basically, find the lowest common multiple of all of your denominators, and then multiply each term by the lowest common multiple. And that will eliminate all of your denominators. And you can proceed as usual.